Let's go to work, 'cause I'm tripping. Gotta work on myself, 'cause I'm falling apart. Please wake me up, 'cause I'm slipping. Can't fight this feeling off no more.
Alright, the wind filled in around 6 this morning, 5 or 6, so I motored 12 hours, which I hate to do this because I have very limited diesel and I just dipped way into it, but so it goes. And now I'm made up a lot of my time, so a lot of the hours and hours that I spent going 1 to 2 knots. Just sailed insanely overpowered for the last 3 or 4 hours and I've caught up all my time. So now it's 3 o'clock and I only have 6 miles to go before I get in. Uhuru anchored by the wreck, and they said apparently there might be space for me to anchor in front of them. It was kind of hard because the Garmin texts are so short and tiny, I couldn't really understand what they meant. But getting insanely windy, I just doused the head sail because I'm only 2 miles from the beginning of the pass and I didn't really want to do a bunch of sail changes. But I'm still going 6 knots with the main, so either there's a current or it's just a lot of wind. But I think what I'm going to do is put a double reef in the main, because when I was leaving the Pac-Man anchorage with a full main, I was really overpowered and there was nothing I could do about it because I was stuck on the helm because I was coming out of such a narrow entrance. And the same thing's going to happen in the pass, so I think I want to sort of preemptively make my sail shorter just in case. Worst case, I go a little bit slower, but I have time to do that. And it's the worst feeling in the world being on the helm overpowered and being able to do literally nothing, which I won't be able to leave the helm for a second once I'm in this pass. So whoop, there goes my neck towel. That's what I'm gonna do now. I think I'm gonna do it now because it's really windy. I think I'm getting into a little bit of an acceleration zone here. It's kind of wild. Alright, put the double reef in the main. The wind is also finally dying down like I was hoping it would about half an hour ago when I was going 7 knots. This pass looks sketchy. I'm assuming the charts aren't right because if they are, it's impossible to get in. So I'm just gonna go really slowly, hopefully. The wind is sort of non-existent and I'll just gently motor in. There should be a tiny bit of incoming current with me, which is really nice. And it will be current against wind, but I'm hoping that there's not a lot of fetch in the channel so that it doesn't get stacked up and nasty. This is what the channel looks like. This is why I'm sort of like, how do I do this? So the pink is the route that I've chosen as the safest looking option for getting in, and I'm guessing that these big circle things aren't actually rocks, but obviously I'm going to assume that they are because the alternative is running into them. So yeah, I don't like the way Navionics looks, and the satellite charts don't help me at all because they barely even show the reef that Navionics shows. So I'm glad it's daylight. I wish there was someone on the bow to help me look out, but I'll just do what I always do and go slow, try to see as much as I can, keep an eagle eye on the depth, and have a like continually running list of backup plans in my head. Rodrick's Bay is a really cool place because back in the year 2000 there was this big World Explorer cruise ship type of deal that wrecked on an uncharted rock in Sandfly Passage, which is the same passage that I just entered with the Geck. And this happened sort of around the same time that the Solomons were undergoing their own civil war. And so by the time the salvage company was able to come get the boat, the locals on the beach were armed with old World War II weapons, and they kind of fought the salvage company off because there was so much for the locals to salvage from the boat, and they just wanted to keep it for themselves, which I kind of feel like it's fair because what happened was the captain at the Rock with a ship full of tourists started taking on water and was like, all right, I have a small amount of time, I'm just gonna try to wreck the ship on a beach. And so that's what he did, and it was this beach in Rodrick's Bay, and everyone was rescued. It's not that far from Honiara, which is the capital of the Solomons, and so a bunch of people came and they pulled all the passengers off, and then the ship left. So basically there was a little village, because there's little villages everywhere, and all these people were living on the beach, you know, living in their little houses, having their great little lives, and then all of a sudden this enormous ship comes and just wrecks itself on the beach. So I mean, I think good on them, you know, like, yes, we have these weird maritime laws, but also it's their beach, so I'm personally happy that they got all this stuff on the ship. But that was 23 years ago, and so now there's nothing, you know, the ship's been stripped and it's kind of become a part of this little village, and there's a whole bungalow situation around the ship that select tourists come. And by select, I mean the Solomons, I think, are pretty tricky to travel around in if you're a land tourist, just because it's all islands, and I don't know how you get out to these places, but people do live aboard dive boat stuff to kind of see it. So some tourists do come out to check this shipwreck out, and the locals have made a zip line off the boat. It's a very cool spot, super friendly. So I arrived really exhausted in the afternoon, anchored the geck. It's hard because it's so deep. It's like 100 feet, and then you have a tiny little shelf and then reef. So it was really tricky finding an anchoring spot, but I did get one eventually, and then just spent 4 or 5 days hanging out in this beautiful bay, exploring, freediving, climbing on this wreck. Dan and I hung out on shore in one of the little villas for a bit and had some dinners on shore. It's just a magical place.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. 7 years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. For our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore when we can't read the sky. We just sail with the wind that we've got, and when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on believing. We are dreamers of the shore.
We have bought already all coming apart.
Oh wow.
Oh,
It's like once it starts looking like this,
they don't want
they don't work so
little
well.
outfits come off.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
his jacket is not waterproof.
The other guy always took the eyeballs out, so I've never seen the eyeballs.
Yeah. Well, one here.
I mean, it just doesn't look, I mean, the taste is so good, but when you see it in
We
the
have to take the skin off.
in the bowl, it just doesn't look
Sweet.
appealing.
We're wondering if you were up for a coffee, a coconut, and an interview before.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, I can do that.
The dive tanks, do you want me to put another one up? Oh, so
So you guys just saw one of the crew on Uhuru. He's one of the friends of the captain, and he's been on the boat for about 6 months. And I did a little interview with him because there's a reason that the Solomons don't have a ton of cruisers, and that's because it doesn't have as many inroads with sailors as other places. There's a whole culture of cruisers coming and interacting, and locals know who we are and understand us. And in the Solomons, it's all just a little bit more back in time, and cruisers are still trying to make inroads and relationships with villages and chiefs, but it's just harder. You have to be really careful. A lot of times the people are not happy if you just rock up in your boat. They want you to ask permission to come before you arrive, but then a lot of them don't have phones. There's no cell service. How do you get a hold of them? There's all these little forums and groups that sailors share information with each other. Basically, every time you arrive in a new place, the first thing you have to do is go ashore and meet with the chief and ask permission. Often you're greeted by dugout canoes or motorboats before you've even finished dropping your anchor, sometimes very aggressively. So Gareth kind of took on the role of trying to figure out safe places to go where people knew cruisers and welcomed us, and tried to find contact information to ask for permission before we arrived. And here's a little interview with him about that whole process. Okay, go.
Okay, so hi, I'm Gareth, and I'm joining Uhuru for 6 months. I've been here for 4 months already, and have travelled through from New Zealand up to here in Solomons.
And you're sort of responsible for trying to get a hold of people in all these anchorages to see if there are places that are safe for us to go. What's that been like?
Yeah. Before we came up to the Solomons, we were told that some yachts had a different, well, maybe not always a positive experience, and so we decided that when we were looking for places to stop, we would try to message ahead and get contacts in the places that we were going to figure out if the place we're going is going to be safe, and if we've got permission from the chief or whoever owns the land, and so we decided to start researching to try to find those people, and that was a difficult first step, was finding who to talk to, and so we'd email around, we'd go onto Facebook forums, and we'd go trying to find any resorts that might be in the areas, or bungalows that might be in the areas where the person there could put us in touch with the right person to ask, which we've done for a few places, and we've been relatively successful in a few of them. But other ones we just find it really difficult to find the contact. So instead, some places we're just being told, yeah, you can go there, yeah, they're friendly, yeah, it's safe, just arrive and look for the chief. So we don't necessarily always get a full green light, but we could at least get the right indication that it's somewhere that would be welcome.
No.
Thank you.
And Dan, talk about your experience making these coffees.
Yeah, I've been making coffees for a few years now. I initially started out making shit coffee, and I was told by quite a few people my coffee was shit. So now I make subpar coffee. It's taken a lot of practice to get here, but here we are.
And your tray game is on point. This is coconut water. I'm a real live coconut.
Well, what stage is it not a live coconut?
This stage, I think. So I'm about to row over to the next beach over to meet John, who's a local guy who, when he was a kid, I guess there were some cruisers who picked him up and took him with them on their boat for like a week or two and cruised around the Solomons. My guess is that they had kids, and he became friends with their kids, and so he was able to meet tourists and meet sailors, and that experience stuck with him his entire life, and he has dedicated his life to creating this beautiful space for sailors to come and enjoy themselves. So I'm going to go interview him and learn a little bit more about what sort of space he's created, and get his warm, friendly sailor welcome. Thank you so much. Wow, this is amazing. And what is in this drink?
That is an ice straw.
Okay.
You see the bulb and the hibiscus.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that when I just go travel with the old people,
Yeah.
I just see around in the whole of Solomon Island, then I don't saw this.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came back, then I just think, then I say, oh, I must do this, because if they going to the hotel, when we go to the hotel in Honiara, I don't show that.
Yeah, no,
So that's why I just make my own experience.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's delicious too.
So that is my welcome drink here in
Thank you
Hideaway.
so much.
So thank you for coming and just say hello to us, and I'm appreciated. So thank you for coming, and you just share with us.
And can you talk about the free mooring that you have too?
Yeah, I have 5 mooring already, but all my friends in the yacht, they gave me the charcoal, chain, and the rope. Then they learned me how to do all the mooring. I just dive by myself first, then I saw the coral head.
Yeah.
Then they give it me, they give it to me one chain. They says you try it by yourself because you do your own sample. Then they give it to me, and I just round the coral head with the chain. Then 4 meter out. Then I just put the charcoal. Then I'll put the rope coming up on the top of it.
This is the friendliest place for yachts that I've come in a very long time.
Yeah, because when I am small, like my grandchild here, small George, I already a friend to the yacht people.
Yeah.
Before I don't know how to speak English.
Oh, and you learned from the yacht people.
Yeah, yacht people, they took me around. Then I stayed with them 2 weeks first.
Oh, cool.
After the boat they came, then I'll just go with 6 months.
Yeah.
Then that's why I have lots of experience with all the yachts.
Yeah.
Then we have a cyclone hole just behind there.
Oh, cool.
Because it's very important for you yacht people to come and come and camp and you know all this something because it's very important for you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that everywhere in Rodrick Bay because they are deep and deeper.
Yeah, it's very deep here.
Yeah, so I know it because every time we just go to the DPS on the yacht, then I know where is the deeper and then DPS.
Yeah, you know everything that sailors need.
Yeah, so that's why never mind you come in the night, we are let to come out and help you to mooring very quick to save you up. So every time we're doing our security, not about that any criminals or something like that, but your safety is very important, and my area is safety is very important. If you want to be a snorkel, that is good reef for you because because we protect this reef.
Yeah.
From that side, a little bit, dead reef, coral. So we started to grow the coral in there.
And can you show me, can we walk around and I can film what you've made for the sailors?
Yeah, if we just making evening meal, I'll decorate this one. This is our customs. This is a basin custom climb. You can wash your hands and
amazing.
After all, then just go and sit when after eating.
Very
cool. You know this area, this is a small area for the yacht when they come in. Then I just took them come here and we just make the potluck or kiwi party. Yeah. Then we just eat together, we just share together, custom dancing, doing some other programming. Cool. Yeah, like that in this area. So that is my notice boat is there.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Rodrick Bay Hideaway.
Who made this?
Just made by Alan and Cathy with Willie and I.
Oh, cool. Oh, Willie, I met him today. Willie the carver.
Yeah,
Yeah, he came by my boat.
Yes.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah. So I don't have any good paint, but only like you, my friend in the yacht. You give me a paint, then I just paint it by. But I don't have no paint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now this one. This is our sacrifice area.
Okay. What does that mean?
It's very important for you people to come to show it for you because you are really a landowner or not. But if we are landowner, it's very, very important in our customs.
Okay.
That's why my tribe, they came here before.
Yeah.
Then they're doing a sacrifice area.
Okay, so this is where they sacrifice.
They sacrifice, then why we honor this little area.
And what do you sacrifice?
We just put the pig and some other things, like possum or something like that.
Yeah.
That is stay in a tree.
Oh, okay.
Then,
Oh, the
yeah,
possum.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then they just make a sacrifice, and our the devil or what is our custom, what we just sacrifice for it.
Yeah.
They just listen to us.
That's beautiful.
So that's
okay.
why when I doing the yacht festival in 2012 here, I'm doing a demonstration in this.
Oh, very cool.
So
wow.
all the yacht people, they just standing around. Then they see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I just make one big house here.
Oh, okay.
Meet and greeting house.
Yeah.
I'll doing for the yacht people.
Oh, that's so nice.
So I'll broke it down because I don't have no funding, and I don't have any no capital too.
Oh, right.
Because I'll try to, request my tourism 3 times, and they don't give me any funding.
Oh.
So I hopeless, and I'll broke it down.
Oh, that's
Then-
terrible.
Yeah. And, what I'm doing, all this area is buses bike, full of buses. Now some of the yacht people, they came and they say, John, this is beautiful area.
Yeah, this is really beautiful.
You have to make it bike. The yacht people, we can help you. What you need it, please, you must make it bike. That's why I'm working very hard.
Okay, yeah.
So that is my heart. I'll just stay in there.
Yeah, while you're working.
Yes, because I stay up there.
Yeah.
But it's too far from me. That's why I'm come to temporary here, and I look up that area.
So what do you need to make this? To make this place
like
for yachts?
I don't have no toilet, but I need the solar water pump or something like that, or pump. Then we just try to take it come in the village, the water.
Yeah.
Then we just provide the toilet or something like that. I have 2 toilets there already, but the problem, no one to support me with the farm, and because I don't have no capital.
Okay.
So that's why some other friends, they say, John, you try to put it up. Some other friends, they can help you.
Yeah, of course.
So you just put it up in the internet. So people, they have things to come and help you. They say to me, that's why I just in this area.
Yeah, that's perfect. So I just got back from chatting with John. Wow, what a guy. I mean, he's really given his whole life to making a space for sailors, and it seems like his experience as a kid really stuck with him his whole life. He is just so generous. I think he loves meeting cruisers, and his whole family is very friendly. I have some paint on my boat that I'm going to give him so that he can fix up his beautiful sign and make it bright and shiny again. I have 2 cans of spray paint, and I think I have a spare half-gallon liter of just white paint. That's all I have, but I want to give him something to help build his yacht club. In retrospect, Rodrick's Bay was the most friendly bay that I've visited in the Solomon Islands. People came out and dug out canoes multiple times a day, trading their cool local foods with me. This is a fruit, and the other one is a nut, and then these beautiful lobsters that they collected from the reef. John paddled out in his own dugout canoe to greet my boat, Gek, and to greet Uhuru, and he brought us these beautiful flower arrangements that he made by hand just to welcome us. And some places in the Solomons, we get very aggressively welcomed by people in canoes who don't necessarily want us there, but this was just such a beautiful, friendly welcome, and I immediately felt at home. This flower arrangement kind of commanded the attention of the entire main cabin of the Gek in such a wonderful way. Just, wow, such a gift, such a friendly place. So the entire time I was in the Solomons, I never saw a road until cleared out of Gizo, and this was the only opportunity Dan and I had the entire time to have a meal out. So we got one of the little tourist bungalows by the ship and ordered some of the local fare. We brought our own wine because they don't really have stuff like that there, and just enjoyed, it was a very local style meal, but it was just fun to have a little bit of an experience off the boat, and a different experience than the other ones we'd had ashore. So the meal is local potato, oyster, I think they said oyster.
Fried oysters that they took off the bottom of the ship.
Yeah, so probably full of
Flavour.
lemon paint. and then some vegetables and another type of local potato in coconut milk.
Coconut.
And then
rice and
just plain
things.
rice. Yeah.
Just plain. You didn't do much better.
That shit. Okay. Thank you for watching this week's video. I put out new YouTube videos every 2 weeks on Mondays, and for my patrons, you guys get a snack on the weeks that I don't put out a full-length YouTube episode. Thank you so much to all of my patrons for supporting me and helping to make this trip possible. If you'd like to become a patron, my Patreon is patreon.com/windhippie, and for one-time donations, I have a PayPal, paypal.me/windhippie, also merchandise if you want that, all in links in the description below. Thank you so much to Mel and Rich for getting this drone footage for me. I forgot it on my boat and then left it for 3 months and then needed it in this episode, and I think it's pretty key to showing how cool this Anchorage spot was. And I hope you guys enjoyed all of the interviews. I'm just trying to show how tricky cruising in the Solomons was. It's not like other places where you can just kind of do it as you go, but a lot of people have encounters with locals that aren't always friendly, and you know, we do our best, but it's just kind of a hard place to cruise. So I'm happy to share my favorite spots with you and to share all of the good parts and the tricky parts alike, but my overall experience was just like very positive, very happy, very friendly, so all good there. Thank you, Tish, for reminding me when to do another edit, helping me get these up. Right now I'm doing some editing on a balcony. Okay, yep, that's all. Thanks for watching, thanks for your comments, and patrons, I'll see you next week with a snack. YouTube people, I'll see you in 2 weeks with another full-length episode.